The ocean, so inviting and refreshing, can also hide invisible dangers. In recent decades, a troubling phenomenon has caught attention: the rapid proliferation of jellyfish along the U.S. coastline, especially in Florida. Their painful stings have become an increasing problem for swimmers and authorities alike, altering the relationship between humans and the sea while raising concerns among scientists and environmental managers. Jellyfish are true survivors. They have existed for millions of years and are remarkably adaptable, capable of withstanding environmental changes that are lethal to many other species. But what happens when such a resilient organism encounters an environment that is becoming ever more favorable for its uncontrolled expansion? We are witnessing an imbalance that could have unpredictable consequences for marine ecosystems and coastal communities. In this episode of Earth Echoes, we'll explore the causes behind this surge, its direct impacts, and potential solutions to curb this silent invasion. Human interference can trigger surprising changes in the natural world. What does the future hold for our oceans? And what are we willing to do to restore balance? Let's find out together. They drift like ghosts through the ocean, almost transparent, moving with the currents. But don't be fooled by their delicate appearance. Jellyfish are among the oldest and most resilient creatures on the planet. Jellyfish belong to the Cnidarian group, organisms known for their stinging cells. Their gelatinous bodies are made up of up to 99% water and have a simple structure: a bell or umbrella-shaped body from which tentacles extend, lined with specialized cells called cnidocytes. Cnidocytes release tiny toxins capable of paralyzing prey and deterring predators. These tentacles are the reason why a seemingly harmless encounter with a jellyfish can turn into a painful experience for swimmers. Despite their fragile appearance, jellyfish are incredibly efficient survivors. They have no brain, yet they possess a primitive nervous system that helps them detect changes in their environment. They can also reproduce in multiple ways, ensuring their populations continue to grow even in the face of ecological challenges. With rising ocean temperatures and human interference in marine ecosystems, these creatures are becoming increasingly common on beaches around the world. But how is this happening? And what does it mean for us? Several factors, many driven by human activity, have created ideal conditions for the proliferation of these gelatinous creatures. With the overfishing of jellyfish predators like tuna and sea turtles, they face fewer threats in the ocean. Additionally, fish that compete with jellyfish for zooplankton are also disappearing, leaving more food available for them. The result? An uncontrolled population boom. Pollution also plays a key role. The dumping of fertilizers and urban waste into coastal waters fuels the unchecked growth of plankton and algae, which deplete oxygen levels and create so-called dead zones. Many marine organisms struggle to survive under these conditions, but jellyfish, highly resilient, thrive, expanding their presence in the oceans. Global warming worsens this scenario. As water temperatures rise, the jellyfish life cycle accelerates, allowing them to reproduce faster than ever before. Moreover, species once confined to tropical regions are now spreading to new areas, claiming new territories and expanding their influence in marine ecosystems. Another key factor is the construction of artificial coastal structures, such as breakwaters, ports, and oil platforms. These structures provide ideal surfaces for jellyfish polyps to attach, acting as artificial nurseries. That's where the danger lies. With more people visiting the beaches, unwanted encounters between swimmers and jellyfish are becoming more frequent. Painful stings are on the rise, sparking concern among local authorities and beachgoers alike. For many, what should be a relaxing day at the beach can turn into a traumatic experience, with long lines at medical stations and restrictions on entering the water. This surge in incidents highlights how the overwhelming presence of these creatures is disrupting the balance of coastal waters, threatening both safety and recreation for thousands of people. If you've ever visited Florida's beaches, you know how breathtaking they are. White sands, crystal clear waters, and sunshine that begs for a swim. But in recent years, swarms of jellyfish have been turning the ocean into a veritable minefield. The problem has become so frequent that authorities and scientists now issue regular warnings about the rising jellyfish populations. In places like Panama City Beach, for instance, purple flags are raised to alert visitors about high jellyfish activity and the risk of painful stings. During the warmer months, hundreds of jellyfish stings are reported each week, prompting lifeguards and emergency teams to assist frightened tourists. On some days, the number of jellyfish in the water is so overwhelming that many beachgoers choose to stay on shore, leaving the sand packed and the ocean nearly empty. But what's behind this unprecedented invasion in the region? The warming waters of the Gulf of Mexico have accelerated the jellyfish life cycle, allowing them to reproduce at a faster rate. Additionally, nutrient runoff from urban and rural areas in Florida creates the perfect conditions for plankton growth, the primary food source for jellyfish. In other words, more pollution means more food, and more food means more jellyfish. For those who rely on tourism, this phenomenon is a serious concern. Beach closures, declining visitor numbers, and frequent sting incidents can have a significant impact on the local economy. Hotels, restaurants, and businesses depend on a steady flow of tourists, and the growing presence of jellyfish threatens this economic foundation. But what are the consequences of this surge for Florida's ecosystem, and what can be done to curb this invasion? The sight of once idyllic beaches overrun by jellyfish isn't just an inconvenience for swimmers. It's a clear sign that something is deeply out of balance in our oceans. And the consequences go far beyond painful stings. The uncontrolled rise of these creatures could trigger drastic changes in Florida's marine ecosystem, with impacts that directly affect both marine life and the local economy. With jellyfish overpopulation, many juvenile fish either fall prey to them or struggle to find food. This not only threatens commercial fishing, but also disrupts the entire food chain, reducing populations of key species essential for marine balance. Additionally, some desalination and power plants are already facing operational issues, as massive jellyfish swarms can clog pipelines and interfere with cooling systems. But is there a way to reverse this trend? Experts suggest that tackling this invasion requires a multifaceted approach. Protecting the natural predators of jellyfish, such as sea turtles and large fish, is a crucial step. Additionally, reducing pollution and excess nutrients in the ocean could help limit the growth of plankton, the primary food source for these creatures. In some areas, researchers are testing bold solutions, such as developing products made from jellyfish collagen, turning an environmental problem into a sustainable business opportunity. The big question is, are we willing to act before it's too late? The growing presence of jellyfish on Florida's beaches is just a symptom of a much larger issue. What we are witnessing now may be just the beginning of irreversible changes in our oceans. Florida's beaches have long been a symbol of beauty and leisure, but the uncontrolled rise of jellyfish serves as a stark reminder that the oceans are changing. What was once an occasional problem has now become a warning sign. If we fail to act, this silent invasion could permanently disrupt marine balance and impact the millions of people who rely on these waters for their livelihood. We already know that human actions are driving this phenomenon. But if we are part of the problem, we can also be part of the solution. Protecting jellyfish predators, reducing ocean pollution, and supporting sustainability initiatives are crucial steps. Every small change can make a difference. The situation may seem alarming, but history shows that nature is resilient. when given the chance to recover. And that chance depends on us. If you enjoyed this video, comment Jellyfish below. Share this video and subscribe to the channel to keep this discussion going. The future of our oceans is in our hands. See you on the next dive.